Thankfully, food aggression is not an issue in our house with our packs, but that's because I have worked really hard with my dogs to make sure that none of them are aggressive towards the others for any reason, but particularly about food, because that's a very common thing for dogs to be aggressive about. So for starters, there are 3 different types of, or classifications, I guess, that I would say for food aggression. If your dog has mild food aggression, he's gonna growl, maybe show his teeth a little bit. The hair on his, his hackles might stand up, the hair on the back of his neck might stand up. But that's a really mild form. If it's moderate, he's gonna snap or lunge at a person or another dog that comes near his dish. And then there's severe, which is like biting, attacking another dog that comes near, or a person maybe, that comes near his food. So mild, moderate, or severe. I just want to start this video by telling you that if your dog has severe food aggression, you need to consult an expert. Call a dog trainer that has experience dealing with dogs with food aggression, because if you don't, there's a good chance that you're going to get bit, another animal is going to get bit, or another member of your family will get bit trying to train your pet not to be food aggressive. So that is, definitely where I would draw the line. If your dog is growling, raising their hair, even just snapping or kind of lunging but then going back to their bowl, that's something that you can deal with. But if it's more severe than that, you really need professional help. There's a 7-step process that I use. I'm going to run through it really quickly with you. If you want to see the details and see it all written out, just click the link below this video. It'll take you to my written guide where you can see that and get some more details on how to go about it step by step. But the first step would be to get close to your dog while they're eating. And I don't mean as close as I am right now. I mean like within maybe 3 to 5 feet from your dog when they're eating, and see kind of how close you can get before they start to react, and then just sort of hang out in that area. And when you can be that close to your dog, say 3 feet from your dog, 4 feet from your dog, without them reacting for 10 feedings in a row, then you can move on to step 2. And that's kind of my go-to for knowing when you can move forward. When you can do the step 10 feedings in a row and your dog doesn't react at all, then you can move on to the next step. If not, keep doing it until you get those 10 times in a row. So if you can be within like 3, 4, 5 feet of your dog, then move forward, and you're gonna add a treat to their food. So you're gonna get their attention, say, Molly, she's gonna see that I have a treat, and I'm going to, while she's still eating, I'm gonna just throw it in her bowl. I'm not gonna stick my hand right in there. I'm just gonna sort of toss it into her bowl from further away, maybe stand up high and drop it in their bowl. But you get their attention from the food, they notice the treat, you drop the treat in the bowl, and so they're sort of starting to associate you being close to them with the reward. Again, 10 times in a row, then you can move to step 3. Step 3 is to stand close, and maybe you go from 3 feet away to 2 feet away, or 1 foot if you can get that close, but don't get so close that your dog's lunging or anything. So stay a couple of feet away and talk to your dog. Start talking to them, maybe say their name. Let them know that you're there interacting with them. You're close to them while they're eating and you're interacting with them. So that's step 3. And then what you want to do is give them a treat. So you're standing there, you're talking, you're interacting, and you give them a treat. You get closer, drop it, then walk away and come back. Maybe walk into the next room and then come back, and do that multiple times over the course of their eating. So they're starting to see it's okay, you're hanging out close to them, you give them a reward, you can go away, come back, you can come and go as you please, but their food is not threatened. So that's step 3. Again, 10 times in a row, then move to step 4. Step 4 would be to hand feed them. And what you want to do is take the treat, again, you're getting their attention, and maybe start up high, depending on how your dog, where your dog is. But even Molly, my beagle, I could maybe start from up here and give her a treat because she can reach it. And we're going to do that, and then we're going to just gradually get closer down towards her bowl. You don't want to stick your hand near their bowl right away. Start up high where they can reach it and move your way down. And again, if you're noticing any of those signs, the growling, the raised fur, anything like that, you want to back off. Go to the previous step, start again. This is a super gradual process. There's a good chance it's probably going to take you months to get through all of this, but you start slow and sort of ease them into it. The safer they feel, the better they feel, the more at ease they are, the better the process is going to go. So once you can hand feed your dog, once you can get close to their bowl and feed it to them, then you can move on to, again, 10 times in a row. Then you can move on to step 5. Step 5 would be touching the bowl. Touch the bowl, but don't take the food. So if Molly's here eating, I'm going to, she's not making this easy, I know. So if Molly's here eating, I'm maybe just gonna touch the side of the bowl. Put your hand down. You can even start with your hand, sorry. You could even start with your hand maybe next to the bowl, but not touching it, and then work up to touching the bowl. But just show your dog that you're there, you're near their bowl, and you're fine. You're not gonna take their food. That's the biggest thing. Do not take their food at this point. So again, 10 times in a row, move on to step 6. Step 6 is gonna be lifting the bowl off the ground. Now this can get a little bit tricky, but you want to have a treat with you. So first, attract their attention to the treat. You're going to lift the bowl, put the treat in the bowl, and put it back down. Now you're going to start slow. So first you lift the bowl maybe a couple inches, put the treat in, set it back down. Then you're going to go a little higher, a little higher, a little higher, until eventually you can take the bowl, pick it up, set it on a table, prepare the treat, put it in there, and put the bowl back on the ground. And when you can do that whole process 10 times, you can move on to step 7. And step 7 is just to repeat this with every member of your family. You don't want to do this with multiple people at once, one person at a time. And just because your dog's okay with you now coming near their food, it doesn't mean they're going to be okay with everyone in your house. So work on yourself, get yourself to that point where you can be comfortable and your dog can be comfortable, and then move on to somebody else in your house. This is not something that you want to do with young children. It's for the adults in your home and older children only. Younger children should stay away from dogs at all times when they're eating, just to be on the safe side. So again, you can click the link below this video for more details on this process. Feel free to email me if you have any questions. Thanks for watching this video guide.